Hey, I'm meteorologist Doug Myers with the latest look at your forecast. Yesterday, once again, the clouds kept temperatures on the cooler side, even though we had a hotter air mass for yesterday compared to what we're going to be dealing with for today. It is actually going to be warmer today. That's just because we'll have a higher probability of getting sun for today. And so with that in mind, highs will be closer to 90 degrees. Not going to be extreme, but it will be closer to 90 for several areas. And there will be several areas that will be in the 80s as well. So it's not going to be bad. And what's going to make today even nicer than yesterday, even though it will be a little bit warmer for most areas, is the fact that we will decrease our humidity. So we're talking about very humid conditions for this morning for most areas. Once we get into the afternoon, it turns into just a little bit muggy conditions, and that will continue tonight into tomorrow as well. So looking at more comfortable conditions. Now, it's not going to be fall type drop in humidity, but relatively speaking, it will be a drop. So what does that mean for the actual temperature for dew points that you can monitor on the WIBW weather app as far as how muggy it will be? So we go from low 70s this morning to low 60s for tonight into tomorrow morning. So with that in mind, it is going to be a little bit nicer. We are still monitoring a couple of opportunities for storms. They're not great chances, and there's still some uncertainty on it. So let's talk about that. I don't expect any severe weather if we are going to get any storms in our area. Lightning would be the only hazard. The way it looks right now, here's today's outlook. If you have family or friends in southwestern Kansas or even the Oklahoma Panhandle, they could be dealing with 75 mile per hour wind gusts or greater. So let them know out there that they need to be on high alert later on today. And then for the upcoming, for Friday, I should say, the severe weather risk diminishes across the country, and same can be said for Saturday. Not really much in the way of any severe weather, but storms still could exist at times in our area. Today, it's generally going to be dry with mostly sunny skies. A little bit of uncertainty in the computer models on just how quickly the clouds do clear out. And then we are looking at some rain, actually, as I'm recording this a little bit before 4 o'clock, down near I-35 in areas to the south. So there might be a little bit of rain early this morning in some areas as well, but it won't last much during the daytime hours, both the rain and the cloud cover. We will have an opportunity for rain tonight. The better chance stays in central Kansas and then pivots into southeastern Kansas. So it is going to depend on how far north and east this storm system will get on how widespread the rain will be in our area. Even if we get rain here tonight, it's not going to be overly heavy, but thunderstorms could still exist with lightning the primary concern. Otherwise, I'm monitoring this. I really don't necessarily agree with these storms pushing down from the north as we head into Friday evening and impacting our western communities. But it is something we'll monitor. Right now, I'm keeping the area dry from that potential. Otherwise, they can look at potential rainfall. Again, most of the rain stays around the Burlington area and areas down to the south for this morning. And then as we head throughout the course of tonight into tomorrow evening, it's not going to be much for most areas. North central Kansas is going to get the highest opportunity for rain, but based on this model, it's mainly from that Friday evening storms that pushes through the area, not necessarily for what happens tonight. There is another opportunity for rain as we head towards late Saturday afternoon and evening. Again, we're not really looking at a whole lot of rainfall across the area. Here's the European model, not really showing much. The GFS does show more. So there's still some subtle differences. I shouldn't say subtle because it's big differences, whether or not we're going to get rain or not for the late Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening time frame. But overall, confidence is going to be somewhat high that temperatures remain comfortable through Saturday. These next 3 days, temperatures remain comfortable. Humidity drops throughout the day today, increases gradually throughout the day on Saturday, and then we set us up for a very hot and humid weather pattern for Sunday through next week, where highs will at least be in the mid-90s for much of that time period. A lot of triple digits are expected. Just be prepared for that. One model does indicate some storms at times, mainly at night next week, not necessarily during the day, unfortunately, which would keep temperatures cooler, but I'm keeping it dry for now because most models do keep it dry, and that same computer model that does indicate storms overnight did not have that rain chance in yesterday's models. So I'm hesitant in putting it in the forecast. So I'm keeping it dry for now. And it does look like it is going to be generally drier than normal across the state of Kansas to end July and to begin August. So we are looking at a generally dry weather pattern as we get into the extended outlook. And obviously above normal temperatures too. So yes, while some rain could exist at times tonight into tomorrow morning, and again late Saturday and Saturday evening, maybe even that Friday evening chance in our western communities, I'm keeping it dry for now. I just don't see a whole lot of meaningful rainfall on those opportunities across the area, but who knows? So just keep checking back in for updates, and we'll keep updating the forecast as needed. Otherwise, enjoy these next 3 days, because starting Sunday, it's going to start to feel uncomfortable, and it's going to be dangerous the later we get into this heat wave. But the heat is coming. Be prepared for it. You have 3 days to prepare.